How you doing, YouTube? I figure I'd make a short video on my G3 14x42 John boat, just some of the modifications that I did. I'm not done yet, but I'm getting there. So I went over the whole trailer, rewired the whole thing, put new lights, sanded it all down, rubber coat undercoated it. Couple of modifications that I've done is I've added this trolling motor. The mount that I made, since I didn't like a lot of them that I saw, I just went to Home Depot and I got these L brackets. I got them galvanized, spray painted them, and clear enameled over them. Mounted them here to the front deck. Used a 2x4. It was about 7 inches or so, and mounted it like that. It's real sturdy. It's not going anywhere. But this is a budget build. I don't know where a lot of people get their money from, but I damn sure don't have it. So I replaced the wheels and tires, hubs, put bearing buddies on there. I plan on taking this gas tank and putting it up here, like right under here. There's going to be a deck. There's going to be a deck right here that goes to right about here. So it'll be like a little step up. And there'll be a floorboard down here. All this will be carpeted. I'm probably going to leave all this alone. I'm going to redo that battery over there because it looks like crap. I put an extended tiller handle on here. I haven't used it yet. I just put it on, but I figure it's going to work pretty good. This is a 1996 Mercury 20 horse, as if you couldn't see. Thing runs flawlessly. When I bought it, supposedly there was only 50 hours on it. It runs like it. I replaced the spark plugs. Even though it didn't need it, I did it anyway. I replaced the impeller. That didn't need it, but I did it anyway. Lower gear oil. And I greased all the fittings. I gotta replace a couple of the fittings because they wouldn't take grease. I don't go out at night much, but I just went to Walmart and I got this battery operated light, 360 light. The seats I'm gonna leave for now. They kind of suck. They're not exactly sturdy, but whatever, it is what it is. This paddle down here, I'm gonna mount back here with a couple of double-sided Velcro. So I'm gonna mount it there and there, just so it's there and out of the way and not, I don't have to worry about it moving around. I have an anchor pole that I made, and I'll show you that in a second. But a lot of people are doing like mounts and stuff back here, and I can't get a trolling motor mount, like a transom trolling motor mount, because it would fit perfectly in there. And I was going to mount that, but I don't have it yet. So I'm just going to stick it in here. And it should be fine for the time being anyway. What else was I going to show you? Oh, here's the front light here. Like I said, this is a budget build. So, and then I got this stupid hole here. I got to figure out something. Later on, I'll replace this whole navigation light, but put a new strap on it. The other one was really bad. I mean, it's got some rust right here, but I don't see that being a big deal. Put some wire loom around the wire so it didn't look so crappy. But yeah, I've repainted this entire boat. Put new markers, side marker lights and everything. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but yeah, you can see it. I did the truck bed liner underneath there. I had to get some patches welded right there because somebody ran it into some rocks and put a hole in the bottom. But the truck bed liner I used was from Harbor Freight. It was like 30 something bucks, maybe just at 40 for a whole gallon of it. But I went from here all the way to the back, sealed the whole thing up. Works out pretty good so far. I didn't let it cure all the way before I took it out, and me and my buddy beached the boat. in some shells, and it took like just a tiny bit off, not even really much, but I went over it again anyway, just those spots. The whole boat, like I said, I'm putting a deck here, and then the 2x4s are going to sit on top of here, straight up and down, going all the way to here, all level and everything. There'll be like a little step up right here. This carpet sucks. I've got a whole roll of carpet in the garage. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to redo this carpet here, carpet the deck. This is going to be carpeted, but it's going to be raised up. The deck is right here. So there'll be storage underneath here, separated out by 2x4s. And I'll paint it all black just to make it look good. That'll be my storage. I'm going to put like 2x4s in between the 2x4s, kind of like act as bracing. That'll prevent anything from going this way. But then I thought about things falling out this way, so I'm going to put like a little lip, something right here, just maybe like a cargo net across there. It'll look real clean when it's done. Like I said, there's going to be a flooring here. I'm not putting anything on the sides, but everything that you can see after the flooring is done, I'm going to paint it all the same color as the outside of the boat. I'm just going to redo it. And then, you know, the whole boat is repainted with a couple of coats, and then clear enamel. I clear enameled the whole thing, just some matte finish, just so it wasn't shiny. I'm going to take some, I played hockey my whole life, so I'm going to take some hockey tape, and I'm just going to wrap it from there to like here. Just whatever, just to keep my hands off the black for the most part. There was a whole bunch of like crap like this. This is good silicone. We use it at work, but I didn't like it, so it was all over here, all over the back here. It was all over the place. It looked like a little kid did it. But I put new stainless steel bolts in. The stainless steel washers that are in there, I used 4200, not 5200, but I used 4200, and I put it on the inside of the washers and put them on there and let them cure before I put the bolts and the motor back on. This pisses me off because every time I move, this thing flops over and stuff, so I'm going to cut it like here. I'll maybe just redo this whole thing, give it a nice base, and then strap it down nice so it looks good. Like I said, I'm cheap. I didn't want to put any much more money into this build that I had to. And this motor did not come with a safety leash. Didn't come with one, so I took my dog's old leash and it fit in there absolutely perfectly. It works just fine. And I used that, put it to, I guess this is called a carabiner or something like that. And this I made long enough to where I can stand up right here and latch it to my belt or my belt loop while I'm driving. You know, it won't be in the way or nothing. I can always keep it attached to me. It's nice and long. Like I could be standing like way up here and it'll be fine. There'll be just a little bit of slack in the line, so just in case anything does happen and I do get away from the motor, you know, it'll kill it obviously. I got a Bimini top. Had to rebuild that thing because the guy that I bought it off of told me a lot of drunken stories on why a lot of stuff on this boat was broke when I bought it. But I got a good deal on the boat, so I'm not really complaining too much, I guess. This here, obviously you can see where they had where they penetrate. Well, you can't really see right here, but right here, that's where they welded from the underside. Welded some new plates because there was a crack right there and right there. So what I did after they welded it, I took 5200, and I don't know if a lot of you know this or not, but when you have aluminum, especially thin aluminum, and you have cracks and it's like a hairline crack, before you go in 5200 anything or weld anything, you have to drill out the ends of the crack, otherwise it'll keep spreading. So take a small drill bit, go to the end of the crack, and just drill a hole right there in the center of the crack. And it'll prevent any more splitting. So what I did was I just filled up this whole patch as much as I could. I pumped 5200 into it, so there's no chance of it. I mean, it's not going to leak anyway, but now at least you know there's no chance of it leaking at all. Alright, well, let me go show you the anchor pole before. I've got about 10 seconds. Here's the anchor pole. I got it at Home Depot. It's just a tree stake, 3 1/4